Fashion Insider friends, what is up? This is the Fashion Crimes podcast where I cover all things fashion, style, shopping, style inspiration, and interview incredible small business owners who are changing the fashion industry for the better. Yes, I'm the best friend you never knew you needed and the poster child for fashion over 40. And I mean way after 40. Say it with me, fashion and style are your friends, not your enemies. I'm Holly Katz, your favorite personal stylist, and let's keep it real, the only Holly you need to know. Turn it up, because I got a lot to say, and I am super stoked you're here. What's up, everyone? Hello. Hey, how's it going? Howdy doodle, and what's the haps? This is Holly Katz, your favorite personal stylist, and of course, the only Holly you need to know, because y'all know I get super pissed when you have other friends named Holly. I don't like that shit. Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Fashion Crimes podcast. I have such an incredible guest today. That was a very hard Bronco to saddle. I'm not going to lie to you. This is part 2 of client confessions. I would like to introduce the one, the only, the queen of lactation, Miss Melissa Donovan. Damn it. Welcome to the show.
Girl, thank you. I could not be more excited about being here. I have a lot of confessions, actually.
I know. Melissa and I were brought together by 2 mutual friends, and they were like, y'all got to meet. We met, we fell in love.
Right.
We've been besties ever since. Our lives are very different. Our circles are very different. However, we always come back together. Do we not?
We do. Do you remember that first dinner? I don't think Kelly actually spoke. I think once she said, Holly, meet Melissa, Melissa, meet Holly, we scooched her over.
Mm-hmm.
It was divine intervention right there.
It was. And you do love Jesus very much.
Jesus Scouts and Sports. That is the Jesus Scouts and Sports. I do love me some Big J.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also very big in a group that is called Jewish Moms of Atlanta. If you have not been a part of Jewish Moms of Atlanta, they, quite frankly, can get all the shit done.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a lactation consultant in the Jewish Moms of Atlanta, you're in. If you're a painter, housekeeper, if you're a builder.
You're a Jew by association, Melissa.
Yeah. They don't fuck around. And I'm like, and then they're always shocked. They're like, I thought you would be a Jew. And I was like, oh, I love me some Jew. Don't you worry. I'm for you. And listen, boobs are boobs. Let's just breastfeed your baby. And oh my gosh, they're fantastic.
I mean, Melissa wants to be Jewish so bad, as much as she loves Jesus. I got a custom doormat that said Shalom, y'all. And she was like, where can I get that? How do I get one? I don't care how much it costs. Make it happen. I was like, I'm on it. I'm on it. So Melissa, I love you. Duh. When we met before, this was several years ago. You're part of the Nancy crew. Okay. Nancy, one of my star students. And when I get clients and I have to push them over the edge, I always tell them your fashion journey. Okay. It's been a long one. I'm not going to lie. It's been a long one. Okay.
Yeah.
But you got the memo loud and clear when we met and I came into your closet and I saw the fucking trick or treat baskets and the cars.
How did that feel?
It didn't horrify me because you do have you had just recently been divorced. You had a larger home. So you didn't have a ton of clothes, but your kids' shit was in there. I think some fucking diapers were in there. Yeah. It was giving me heart palpitations. It just was.
You immediately, I think you took about 5 or 6 minutes of no speak time, which in Hollywood at the time, that's endless.
Yeah.
And that you needed a minute. And I was like, I'm going to let her eyes adjust.
Yeah.
And it's like me seeing a pair of bloody nipples. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. Mm-hmm. You've called the right girl. You are not broken. You are about to flourish. Let me help you fly. And you said, where is your closet? And I said, this is my closet. And you said, where's your space? Because you could not stop staring at Easter baskets, Halloween, beach towels. You
forgot about that.
It was there, hon. It was right there. Like, we're going to need to, let's define your space. And at that moment, I was like, I don't have a space.
You know, that was a big turning point. It was a big turning point for you. You got the memo. You proudly put the Easter baskets and the Halloween things and all that stuff. You put that somewhere else because I wanted you to have a no kid zone. And I know, especially for moms, forget it if you're divorced or not, but you're like, yeah, right. My whole house is overtaken by these aliens that now I'm supposed to have my own space. That's adorable. But we worked on it and we moved all that shit to the bathtub because your bathtub had so many toys in it. It looked like a fucking Toys R Us exploded.
Were they even able to bathe?
Yes.
I don't know.
That was questionable. That was questionable.
They had a good damn time. That is for sure. Remember how proud I was? I was so excited because I was like, I want to have one of those capsule wardrobes. I saw it on and you were like, I'm going to try not to slap your face, but I'm going to respect you. And I was like, I like violent. Like, wardrobe capsule is not, no, that's not you. That is not, are you traveling to Europe? I think you might have asked that question. Are you about to live out of a backpack? You've got 3,000 square feet. Why do you need a capsule wardrobe?
That's a good point to bring up because that is a misconstrued term that people think it's a thing, and it probably was a thing or can be a thing. If you want a smaller wardrobe, I'm not mad at you, but saying I want a capsule wardrobe, that's like saying I want a capsule kitchen. Like I only want 2 pots. I want 2 glasses. It doesn't fucking make any sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. And it just means, all it means is that you just want less. Fine, we can do more with less. I get that. You don't want so many choices because your life is chaos, especially if you're a single mom, Scouts, Jesus, baseball, whatever.
In the right order, this for Scouts and sports. It's just like Mary Kay, Jesus, family, and it's Jesus always comes first.
Agreed. And let's not mention your chauffeur career. You know, that's your side hustle as you're schlepping them. Even if you are carpooling, God bless you, you're still doing a lot of the work because somebody else is doing this. You're helping someone out, you're doing a favor, whatever. So half your life is schlepping around kids. So I get that.
I would love to say the moment that you came into my closet was the low point of motherhood. And it wasn't. The low point of motherhood is when I had 4 other moms get in my car to go to the 3rd grade field trip to the state capitol. And one mom looked at the other mom and said, I just had my minivan cleaned. Let's go in mine. And I was like, oh my God, I just got mom shamed for the Honda Odyssey not being as clean as the Sierra. And I was like, something's got to give.
Damn, that must have stung.
It was painful, but I talked to my therapist about it and we're in a good spot.
Okay, so Melissa, now we've met. Now we're in love.
Yes.
Now I threw out half your shit because it was burning my eyeballs. I explained to you about fit because in all honesty, I think most men too, they don't understand how clothes should fit, which is the first thing to do is identify your body type. So at the time you were trying to lose weight, you've been up and down with your weight. You're at a good place now. You've been up and down with your weight. And it was, how do I fit my ass in anything, right? Like, what should I be wearing? Because when you were explain your career and why you were wearing scrubs and how to get them not look like pajamas, because that is, I think, people that wear scrubs, whether you're an esthetician or whether you're a ER nurse or whatever, tell us where you were fashionably in the hospital.
It was incredible why I needed my, fashion designer to explain to me, like, what the fuck are you wearing? I understand it's a navy blue scrub, but why do you look like you just rolled out of bed? You are one of the best nurses I know. You have a lot of great information. I can't even look at you. Have you brushed your hair today? And so I think in that moment, it was, you're telling me that you're going to roll your eyes at a $30 pair of scrub pants because that's too expensive, because I was wearing $18 scrub pants. And you're like, let me understand what I'm looking at. You have 5 scrubs. You work 3 12-hour shifts a week because I was doing 12s at the time. And you spent 14, like collectively, all of my scrubs were $100, right? Collectively. And I wore them. They were at least 3 years old at that moment. And scrubs are a little bit too forgiving because you can gain or lose approximately 25 pounds and still fit in the same pair. Should you?
Facts.
No.
Facts.
Should you? But you can. And so you said, I'm going to need you to find the right scrub. And so I went to a scrub store. Oh my God, I actually walked in a scrub store. This very, very extremely helpful woman on Roswell Road. This is all she does. And she went and she got, I think it was Dickies, and she got some, they didn't have figs at the time, but they, figs are a big deal now. And she was like, you're not a teen cut. So what are you doing? Like, let me get some healing hands. Let me get you nice yoga stretch. Do you feel that? And she spent time. So we found 3 or 4 pairs of scrubs. Each top and bottom collectively was $60. And then she said, you're going to get yourself some Woolite dark wash. You're going to put them inside out and you're going to wash them and dry them and you're going to fold them. And you're not going to go into Walmart and grab a pair of navy blue size large. Like, what are you doing?
Honey. She put a stop to that shit real fucking quick.
Like, find the pair of scrubs that fits your body and makes you look great. I have a pair of Vince Camuto scrubs. Vince made yeah, girl, please. You taught me well. Vince made some scrubs. They fit beautifully. It's a nice jogger, which I didn't feel like my hips were jogger appropriate. I get compliments to this day. Yes, I do. And
Unreal.
Light dark.
This is what I want. This is what I want to say.
Yeah.
To the people that have to wear scrubs, that have to wear uniforms. This is not, and Melissa fell into this trap. I pulled her out. It was tough. I pulled her out. Mm-hmm. It's not an excuse not to have a regular wardrobe. I know you're working 12-hour shifts. Melissa, you need to give this lecture, not me. Talk about the people who do the overnights. Please give that lecture. Okay.
It's ridiculous. So at 5:00 in the afternoon, you wake up, you take a shower, you're having your coffee. Everybody in your life is winding down and you're gearing up. And at the time I had just gotten divorced. I had a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. I'm wrapping them in a bow. I had the best nanny in the entire world. She would waltz in and my kids didn't even say bye. They didn't even say bye. So I would leave, fade into the sunset. I would go to work. And literally, if I could do one of two things, I could roll out of bed and go into work and then try to be an expert in my field. Or I could actually, brush my hair and give a shit. Maybe add a little mascara to the top lid. I don't know. You could hair scrubs and come in and be the badass nurse that you are and really take charge. When I walk in the room, I am the expert. I am giving advice on how to keep this little tiny infant alive and take it home and help it thrive. I'm the start. So I better look the part. And so at that moment, it was like, put on a $60 pair of scrubs and not the $10 scrub pants, brush your hair. I'm not asking you to get ready for a formal event. Although Holly, you and I know this, if you need me to be ready for a formal event right now, I'm ready.
On the spot.
Because that's how you win a major award. You're ready.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go in the room, I would take care of my patients, I would stay up all night, come home and go to bed at 8:30 in the morning. And I would do that 3 nights a week. So you never really knew what day it was. You never knew when you needed to sleep. But if your head hit the bed, you went to bed and you wake up. So in my life of a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, it was scrubs, workout clothes, scrub, workout clothes. And I think you looked at me and you said, are you going to work out? And I said, no. And you said, did you work out? And I said, no. And I said, why the fuck do you have workout pants on? And I was like, they're leggings. And you're like, leggings aren't pants. And I was like, noted. We started there.
It was the next level of our friendship, I think.
It was. And I was like, okay. And then we quickly moved to undergarments because I was a mom, like every other mom, that I was not still breastfeeding. But did I have my nursing bras on? Oh, I did. There's some comfortable stuff. You were like, do you need to have a nipple out at any given moment? I don't. I'm not breastfeeding anymore. And you were like, I hurt. I think you had a moment of like prayer.
I just said, are you whipping out your boob to give an example? Why, if you're not doing that, then why on the planet are you wearing a nursing bra? It doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah, we had to quickly. So we got to Dillard's. We went to Dillard's. And you said to me, you're like, Melissa, I am great at fashion design. I don't fit for bras. So let's go. And then it was like, and I said, I love your hair. And you're like, I have a stylist that's her job. I don't tell her how to do her job. So I'm not going to tell the woman at Dillard's how to do her job. By God, she fit me in some bras, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't painful because this bitch didn't care about us at all. She was like, oh, I see a problem and let me fix it. And I do believe she was like, are you currently breastfeeding? And I was like, no.
And I want to say, as a boob expert, which you are,
yeah,
this should be an add-on service to your lactation patients, because once you stop nursing, then you hand them to me so they get the right bra, for the love of Christ. I mean, I can't take it. Okay, so we're shopping. Yeah. We did the bras. You loved the jeans. That was an eye-opener for you. Let's be honest, it was. Then we started to fight. And we started to fight because I said to Melissa, you need a couple dresses. You don't have any dresses. And your response was, I don't need a dress. I never go out. I'm not dating yet. It's too dressy. I'm getting thrown up on. My kids are so dirty all the time. They're fucking covered in mud. They're this, they're that. Where am I going? I don't need a dress. Of course, I won the fight.
I mean, we almost came to blows over that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I was like, that's ridiculous waste of money. I don't need a dress. And you're like, you will have one dress at all times in your closet. You will have one dress. And I was like, that's stupid. And you're like, I don't call you stupid.
And then you said, actually, you know what? I am going to you were going to a baby shower. I remember this like it was yesterday. You're like, actually, I am going to a baby shower in a couple of weeks. This is cute. I can wear this. It's fine. Whatever. I think you walked away with like 2 or 3 dresses. And then I want you to finish the story, Melissa.
So Holly won. Needless to say, I had the dresses, I had the shoes, I had the undergarments. So I could continue on with my life, like nothing had changed. I'm at work one morning. I see a bunch of people come in. My initial thought is, who's getting fired or is joint commission? That was it. I was like, girls, hide your water bottles. Let's put everything aside. Oh my God, something's getting canned, whatever. All of a sudden, out of nowhere is everybody in administration. And I had won the first for my hospital, actually, it was such an honor. I won a Daisy Award. And a Daisy Award in the nursing world is, it's fantastic. A family member will nominate you and say that you've gone above and beyond their expectations. Like you filled a need for them that they didn't even realize they had. And I was awarded and not a stitch of makeup, but a great set of scrubs. Because of course the picture, you've got your CEO, your CFO, all your CISOs, right? All your people, you've got them, and you're taking a picture and you're like, holy crap. And so within a week, I think I needed a dress to wear to an event. I met the governor's wife at that time, and I needed to be, we'll call it dress ready, if you will. And so I remember calling you groveling, saying, Holly, buy the dress and then you win the major award.
So here's what I want to say about that.
Right.
Okay.
You were right.
My ego has never been bigger at that point.
You're a proud mama.
Because the expectation that Melissa had for herself was like, where the fuck am I going? And believe me, I get that.
Right.
I get that more than anything. But when you set the intention in your wardrobe, some shit starts to happen. And Melissa called me, and I don't know if she was laughing or crying. I have another friend who worked for a hospital, and I told her the story that you won the Daisy Award. She was like, damn, that's impressive. So this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. And she won the award, and she called me. She said, the thing is next Friday. I would be fucking freaking out. I'm going to wear that dress. And now I don't have to lose sleep over it because I don't sleep anyway, because I'm working 12-hour shifts right now. But I'm going to wear that dress. And you know what I said? You're welcome.
It was incredible. So I win this award. When I walk into a room now, if I have a pair of jeans on, my jeans fit. I have an undergarment that I'm supposed to wear under a pair of jeans. I love my ass. My ass size, it looks great in a pair of jeans because my jeans fit. I don't care if it's a size 20 or a size 2. And I look good. I have a top that fits. I have a bra that fits. And I'm going to brush my hair and at least put on some mascara. And I'm going to do this. And so I remember I did a study for one of my favorite physicians where I had a cryovagotomy. And it was a study about weight loss because I'm up and down with my hormones and my weight. And you were like, Melissa, you're beautiful. God made you just how you are. And that's one thing about you. It doesn't matter to you what size I am. You need clothes to fit my size.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And I understand people think it matters. It doesn't matter.
It does not. And you were like, that pair of pants is too tight. I'm going to go get the next size up. And you never once looked at the size. There's no body shame. And that's what I think a lot of women are scared of. Like, I don't want to go up to that next size. Well, that's where I was in my life. And so that's the size I went. And thank goodness I finally have gotten to a point, my kids are older and I've really put myself first, which as a mom, we do not do. We need to put ourselves first. The oxygen mask goes on first. And so at that moment, I started doing some things. Let's talk about it. Let's get your eyebrows whacked.
How about your eyebrows, boo? How about that?
Maybe just, I don't know. Could you clip else and be ready? Like, could you just look like you give a shit, Melissa? Just look like you give a shit. So I remember getting my hair done. I had done this study with Dr. Prologo and I got a call. And this was before I was coming over to your house with babies. Remember I brought babies into
Yes.
Love that day because you told me, hey, you're an expert in your field. You have a website. Why am I looking at these ugly ass pictures from your iPhone? I'm going to need you to steam some tops. Remember you made me get a steamer. You're like, every steamer. And I said, yes, ma'am, Holly. Yes, ma'am. So I got a steamer and you're like, I'm going to need you to steam some outfits. I'm going to need you to grab some babies, be at my house at 2:00. I walk into your house at 2:00 and you were like, okay, did you use your steamer? So we spent a few minutes getting schooled on.
It's all right. It's all right. We got it.
Have your God's gift. I have mine, right? You have, so it works. And so I remember saying to you, I'm going to be on the Today Show. And you said, of course you are. And you weren't shocked and you're ready. And I was like, of course I am. And I remember I did this photo shoot at your house. The next Thursday, I got on a plane. I went and did the Today Show with Megyn Kelly and flew home the very next day. Did I ever once worry about what I was going to wear? No, I absolutely had clothes that fit and was Today Show ready. I was major award ready. I was ready to do a photo shoot. And it was because I'm good at what I do. I want people to take me serious. So in order to do that, I have to take myself serious.
Melissa, can you please say that again? Say that again, because then I'm going to put it on a pillow and I'm going to put it on a fucking t-shirt. Say that again.
I am somebody to be taken serious. I have a career where I help women. I help women nurse their babies. It is an emotional thing. So to be taken seriously, I have to take myself seriously first. I need to wear clothes, and I need to wear clothes that when I walk into a room, I am presenting facts. I am evidence-based. I am scientific. You cannot take me seriously if I am wearing a pair of leggings. Remember at the time, LuLaRoe was like a big thing and everybody was wearing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no. So to take myself seriously, I put on a pair of pants. I put on a pair of shoes. I put on a bra that fits. And I walk into the room and I'm ready. So if I need to go on the Today Show, or if I need to do a podcast, or if I need to go to present to 100 women that are learning about breastfeeding, no matter what, I don't have to worry about what I'm wearing.
I do want to say, looking back at some of your texts, here's the picture. It says, I'm the only one at the ball field that has pants on with a zipper and not stretchy pants. And it feels so weird. And I said, solid A for the effort. However, let's aim higher for the camo. You were wearing camo pants.
I was deflated. I was like, but I have pants on with a zipper. And you're like, but you have camo. What are you doing?
I know. I have a thing against camo. Again, that's another podcast for another day. But I wanted to give you a solid A for effort, because when you're going to the ball field, it doesn't hurt to be the best looking one there. It just doesn't hurt.
Well, and Holly, funny, you should mention that. How did I meet my fiance?
I don't know, Melissa. Why don't you tell us?
I'm sorry. One of the moms sitting next to me at the ball field, the one in which I was wearing pants, not leggings, because I wasn't working out. I hadn't just come from working out. I have 2 kids. I'm schlepping back and forth to the ball field. And she goes, I have a friend for you. And I said, you know what? I believe in arranged marriages. If you like him, I'm good with it. She goes, I'm going to set you 2 up. And I said, of course you are. And you know what? I went out on a blind date with him, and love at first sight. Love at first sight. It was like we'd always known each other. And I met him through a mutual friend from the ball field, where I was not wearing stretchy pants.
I mean, the possibilities for you are just endless, because you were divorced. Everyone who's divorced is down and out. I don't care if it was your decision or somebody else's decision to get divorced. It feels like a death. You're mourning a death. And It is really fucking hard to pick yourself up and not say, give me a minute. Okay, give me a year. Okay, give me 2 years. Like, it's so hard to get back in the game. I mean, forget making sure everyone doesn't have their pants on backwards and it's taking a shower. Okay, let's just put that aside.
Exactly.
You know, you're going to put on pants with a zipper. You're going to willingly go on a blind date, which you're a pretty damn easy person to set up, I will say. But now there's a wedding date. I mean, it's just blowing my mind. It's just blowing my mind. Your love life is exploding. Your business is exploding. I don't know what else to say except thank God you listen to people, and thank God you are on the way to stardom, Melissa, to stardom.
You know what? I think you needed to fall in love with me first, which was obviously going to happen.
Not hard.
Wasn't hard. And you just said, hey, I'm here in your life. We're going to have a lot of fun. But meanwhile, you make my eyes hurt when I look at you. I'm going to help you. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. And then you're like, I'm going to help you. And then I was like, but wait a minute. The philosophy behind what you do, actually, I mean, you are making the world more beautiful, but you're also making, like, I have a big self-esteem. I have a big heart to share with the world. I want the world to hear me. I don't want their eyes hurting when they're looking at me. Right? Okay. I'm going to let go the camo pants. I'm going to give you props for a zipper. Props. But let's work a little harder next time. Okay, fine.
And yeah, I mean, the Crocs, that was hard. The Crocs, the Dansko clogs. I have no business telling anyone who's in the restaurant industry or the medical field not to wear clogs, Dansko clogs or Crocs. However, where do you draw the line, Melissa? Where do you draw the line?
You know where you draw the line? Are you in the hospital right now?
Correct.
Did you just get off your shift?
Correct.
If that answer is no, why are you still wearing your work shoes? Right? Why are you still wearing your work shoes? And so maybe I don't want to wear 2-inch or 3-inch heels when I go out, but could I put on a nice pair of booties? You bet your sweet ass I can, right? Put a pair of shoes that goes with the top. And once that initial time that we went shopping, there was definitely some blows. Like, we came to blows. I think the second time we went shopping, I took my clothes off before I needed to. And you were like, we weren't even, and I was like, no, I'm ready. We're like, fine. Okay. And I was like, dress me. And I do remember the woman that was helping us shop that day was like, oh, good Lord. And I was like, I needed a refresh. Like, it had been a minute. And I listened to you now and I was like, okay, have you let yourself go? How old is that bra? And if it's not something you love and it's not something you wear and it's not something you feel good in, it's just clutter. Get rid of it.
I feel like I'm talking to a different person. It's just remarkable, the change, the threat, maybe it's the death threats that I've given you or me haunting your dreams. Like, I don't even know. And when I meet clients, I tell them, I'm going to haunt your dreams. And if you don't believe me, call my clients because every time you get dressed, you're like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, and that time that you said to Nancy and I, hey, I have a little event I'm going to need you to go to. Are you ready? And both of us are like, oh, you bet we are. Yeah. And you were like, I'm going to need y'all to, I don't know, rent the runway. And we're like, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm formal event ready. I'm ready, dressed at all times, because that's when opportunities, you don't ever shy away from something when you know you're ready and you're prepped. And so we were dressed and girl, we looked great, didn't we? I mean, come on.
I mean, it's beyond. And I will say that even though you certainly didn't ask for my opinion or my help for your upcoming wedding or your nuptials, or I don't care if you're going to the courthouse or if you're standing in your backyard or if you're going to North Point Church, shout out to North Point because that's where you go. You're going to look good and people are going to take a double take because the only opinion that matters in this house when it comes to your wedding is mine. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and break that barrier right now. And whatever event, because I know it's early planning, I know it's early, we're going to decide what you want to do. We're going to decide what you want to wear and we're going to go for it.
And I'm sorry, I do remember quite distinctly. I bet they're still in your closet and still on the shelf. Where are your wedding shoes, Holly? Where are your
over here? Would you like me to wear them to your wedding?
If you don't mind, because when Mr. and Mrs. Fabulous arrived, and I do remember you saying that Jonathan was like, are you wearing those shoes? And you're like, are you asking a question? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'll handle my shit. I'm going to handle your shit too, babe. But
oh my God. So I wore hot pink Swarovski crystal shoes for my wedding. And Jonathan's like, what is that? And I was like, they're my shoes. He was like, but why? And it was a little bit of blah, but we worked it out and I got my way. So there you go. So
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
And he was like, you're not kidding.
Yeah.
I'm shooting for that. And if I get halfway, I've made it.
It's going to blow your mind. It's going to be because not only am I going to style you, I'm going to style your fiance. And then I'm going to tell your kids to shut up and wear what I say because I'm not the mom and they're not going to tell me no. So I can't be responsible for his kids. I can only be responsible for your kids. So we'll get there. We'll get there.
I threatened matching shirts for a Christmas card. And I mean, I was scared to sleep in the same house with all of the people.
Was it like you're taking all the video games away and throwing them in the river? Or is that what the equivalent was?
Exactly. I was like, hey, let's all wear like a matching shirt. And they're like, hey, how about you shut your pie hole? So that's a no. That's what I said. I was like, that's a no. Like, no, I was like,
oh my God, Melissa, we have gone over time. You are busy. You got a lot of boobs to see today. I am so grateful. I just want to leave you with this.
Okay.
You're only going up. You're only going up. We thought you were at the top. Boy, was I wrong. You are only halfway there. We have to shop again. Talk about it's been a minute. Oh, it's been a minute, honey.
It's been a minute. I need some updates. I'm like, even now that I know how to shop, I can go into a store. I can grab the size I need. I know it's going to look great. But even that, I'm like, there's a couple of things that I need. It's not that I'm scared of having another camo pants situation, but it's always nice to go to the person that's the professional. Like if, hey, Holly, let me ask you about a leather skirt I've been looking at. Am I going to look ridiculous? No, you're not. If you want to wear it, let's talk about it. Let's get the size and the shape that fits you. There you go.
You're just one of my star students. And I love it that I haven't talked to you since COVID. And it's like, we've never been apart. A. B, thank you for your trust in me, for your friendship, and thank you for letting me haunt your dreams because I know that I do. And I am so excited for you. And I'm going to do a board for you. We talked about that because Mama wants a leather skirt. That's what she told me. She's like, I want a leather skirt. Can I pull it off? I don't know. You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me.
Well, and we didn't even talk about, Holly, about scouts. I know we went over time, but like when I show up on a camp out, it's not like I am dressed and ready for doing something non-scout related, but I can get a pair of Athleta pants and I can get a pair of hiking boots and I can get a beanie and I actually look put together. At a scout event where I have not a stitch of makeup on and I'm sleeping outdoors and God knows what else, I actually have clothes on. It's just not that hard. Like once you know what fits you and what you can use those resources, and you can do things like camp, and you can go to a ball field, and you can go to the hospital, but you're always ready. I'm ready for anything right now.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. If Melissa Donovan can get her act together and find another husband, damn it, you can too. Okay? You can too. Melissa, we love you. Thank you so much. Will you come back?
Yes, I would love to. There's just an endless amount of boobs that I can talk about. Endless.
It's amazing. It's so great. Melissa, we love you. We're proud of you. Thank you for your trust in me. Thank you for your business. Thank you for being such a star student and carrying on what you have learned and graduating from camo and taking off the dance go clogs. You know, when you go out for dinner at night, it just makes my heart happy. So if you know someone like Melissa, you got a friend, you got a sister, you got a mom, hit me up. Let me know you too can look just as good as Melissa, and not only look as good, but feel as good and go through life knowing, you know what? I can do it. You got a lot of things. You're dodging a lot of bullets, but you can get dressed and you can feel good about yourself. And it's not like you're going and being glammed up. I think that's the major disconnect, is that people think getting dressed means getting dressed up. And that is the distinction that Melissa has made. And you too can do that too. My name is Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist. And of course, the only Holly you need to know. This has been so fun and enlightening, and it's been so amazing laughing. And I want you guys to look at the board I'm going to do for Melissa. I'm going to do a Pinterest board because that is my jam lately. Make sure you share this episode with somebody you love. Hit me in the DM, send me a smoke signal, send me an email, give me some feedback. This has been the Fashion Crimes Podcast, and we are out.